Hi everyone, this is Brandon's dad, and you're watching True School Sports.
The untouchable True School Sports empire proudly presents something the boxing game has been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, right now, I patrol on the streets of North Miami. I'm going to go look for a nice tuxedo and a black tie for the upcoming December 4th card here in South Florida, in Miami at the Intercontinental. It's a black tie event, so your boy BT has to make sure he looks dapper. With that being said, in this particular video, what I wanted to talk about was a fight we have coming up on December 12th. It's Anthony Joshua. Yes, that Anthony Joshua. He makes his 2020 debut, and it'll be his only fight of 2020, as he takes on Kubrat Pulev. About a year, just about a year past the time that he beat Andy Ruiz to become unified heavyweight champion again. So let's talk about that fight, because right now with Joshua, people are talking about the Fury fight. People are talking about Wilder and all these other fighters. People are talking about everything with Anthony Joshua but Kubrat Pulev. And in boxing, if there's anything we've learned, especially in heavyweight boxing, is that you must at all times keep your eyes on what's in front of you. You got to keep your eyes on what's in front of you. So that's what we're doing here on True School Sports. We're keeping our eyes on what's in front of us. And what's in front of us right now is that road right there. So these narrow-ass sidewalks in North Miami, where if you walk over here, the cars might clip you. But nah, all jokes aside, we're keeping our eyes on what's in front of us on True School Sports, boxing-wise. Because Anthony Joshua, before he could fight Tyson Fury in a big, fight, a massive fight, a muscle fight that would shut down the whole UK against Tyson Fury for undisputed, he's got to get through Kubrat Pulev. And a lot of people are saying that this is a gimme for Anthony Joshua. And to be fair, it is a fight he should win in dominant fashion, because if we look at Pulev's last couple of outings in the boxing ring, he fought Rydell Booker. The same Rydell Booker who had previously never been stopped until my main man, El Animal, Philip Hergovich, got his hands on him and folded him up like a blue steel chair and became the first man to stop him. But Pulev, he beat Rydell Booker, but he looked pedestrian. He looked ordinary. He didn't look so great against him, And the fight before that, he had a war with Bogdan Dinu, the same Bogdan Dinu that got folded up against Joel Miller in like 4 or 5 rounds. And he had to go to some really deep, dark, and uncomfortable places to get up off that canvas after getting dropped, after getting his lip busted and his whole face split open. He went life and death with Bogdan Dinu. So conventional wisdom tells us that Pulev does not have a snowball's chance in hell against Anthony Joshua. But what do we know about Anthony Joshua? What do we know about Anthony Joshua? We know that Anthony Joshua, for as good as he is, for the punching power that he has, for the combination puncher that he is, for the jab that he has, that's improving every fight, for as smart of an individual and as great of a businessman as he is in and out that boxing ring, Anthony Joshua, and one of the reasons that Anthony Joshua is so marketable and is such a ticket seller is because he's vulnerable. The reality is, this is boxing. In boxing, when a fighter is dominant and is consistently putting on one-sided beatdowns and performances, they say he's boring. They say that about Floyd Mayweather. They say that about Demetrius Andrade. When things are always so one-sided, nobody ever says that your fights are great most of the time. They say you're boring. So he's exciting because he's vulnerable. And the same goes for Tyson Fury. The same goes for Deontay Wilder and pretty much all the other heavyweights. You know what I'm saying? But as for this fight of Pulev, I'm looking at this fight for Joshua. And I'm looking for one thing from Joshua, and I'm looking for consistency. Yes, consistency. Now, when we talk about depth of resume, not the highest quality not the highest quality wins in the heavyweight division, because Tyson Fury has those against Klitschko in 2015 and Wilder earlier this year. Those are the highest quality wins in the most dominant fashion you can get a heavyweight. But he don't quite got that depth that AJ got. Now AJ got depth. AJ beat Dillian White. He beat Povetkin. He beat Klitschko. He's beat Andy Ruiz in a rematch, avenging his loss. He's beat Brazil. He's beat Charles Martin. He's beat a lot of guys, Anthony Joshua. And Pulev is another guy And if we're being honest about Pulev, right? I don't have his box record in front of me, so I'm just going off the dome. I believe the only time Pulev has ever gotten stopped and flattened in his entire boxing career was when Vladimir Klitschko landed the left hook of all left hooks from hell and completely flattened Pulev in spectacular fashion. So I feel like for Anthony Joshua, even to get an older Pulev who hasn't looked so good in his last couple of fights out of the ring, he's gonna have to show that extra bit of quality that we talk about here on True School Sports. Meaning that, you know, Anthony Joshua fights at a certain level. He's a very high level heavyweight. He fights at this level, but to make a statement against a game, veteran, experienced fighter like Pulev, who's been there and did it, who's been there with prime Klitschko, who nobody else has really gotten out of there, and fighters have come close to getting him out of there, but they didn't show the extra bit of quality. They couldn't fight just a bit better than they're accustomed to make that statement and put that exclamation point on their performance against them. So to me, if Joshua could stop Pulev, I would look at it as a statement because, like I said, Pulev comes from a deep amateur pedigree. He's had a long and pretty fruitful career in the pros. I mean, he's never been world champion, but he's been a solid top 10, top 15 fighter for a good amount of time now. So Joshua, people might say he's fighting a bum because that's how boxing fans are. If a guy's not undisputed or undefeated, they say he's a bum. But Pulev is no bum. Pulev is a good guy to have on your resume if you're building a heavyweight resume. So I'm looking for consistency for Anthony Joshua in terms of what I saw the last fight. You know, Anthony Joshua was criticized a lot in his last performance against Andy Ruiz for running and getting on his bicycle and not really fighting the way people are accustomed to. I thought when he fought Andy Ruiz, I thought it was a masterclass performance. I thought he put on a masterclass performance, and what I saw in that fight was a guy that is maturing as a heavyweight. You know, people forget a lot of times, if you look at the rounds of experience between Fury, Wilder, and Joshua, even though Joshua is arguably the most accomplished out of the three, he's the least experienced. And I'm not going to say he's a prospect anymore because he's graduated way past that stage, but in some ways he's still green and he's still learning himself, and he's not a finished article. He's not a finished product in the boxing ring. So I think people get it misconstrued when they say he's running or this. No, he's developing. He's developing as a fighter. He's maturing, and he's going to continue to mature. And I want to see that maturation process on full display in this fight. I want to see Anthony Joshua using his legs. I want to see variations of jabs. I want to see Anthony Joshua placing that right hand and play in the stomach, up top, on the shoulders. I just want to see a better and improved Anthony Joshua, because a better and improved Anthony Joshua is what he's going to need to be in this fight to make a statement, and going forward if he has any ambitions of beating a Tyson Fury, because he's got to improve a lot. You know, Mike Tyson said it best on the Eddie Hearn No Passion No Point podcast recently, that, you know, Anthony Joshua, he telegraphs his punches, and we want to see Anthony Joshua not telegraph his punches. We want to see Anthony Joshua vary his rhythm before he steps in with punches. We want to see a lot of things with Anthony Joshua evolve. I don't want to say change, because I don't think you can change a fighter, but you can evolve a fighter. A fighter can evolve and bring new things into that boxing ring. So that's what I want to see for Anthony Joshua. I want to see him. I want to see a guy who's evolving, who's getting better, who's growing in the sport, and that can really challenge him. Can really challenge Tyson Fury and take Tyson Fury to some deep, dark, and uncomfortable places. Because I'll say it like this: Tyson Fury is. I'm getting off topic, but Tyson Fury with Sugar Hill Stewart in his corner, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm gonna say it every opportunity I get to say it on video. Tyson Fury with Sugar Hill and Stewart in his corner is gonna be damn near unbeatable. Now that's crazy to say, because hold on, let me cross the street. I don't want to get clipped by a car, but that's crazy to say, because all I'm saying is Tyson Fury with Sugar Hill Stewart is just going to be a very difficult guy to beat, because he's like I've said in some of my recent videos, you know, Tyson Fury's fighting the way that God intended him from the fight, you know, being 6'9", 250, 60, 70 plus pounds. So Anthony Joshua is going to have to continue to add tools to the arsenal to have the answers for what Tyson Fury's added to his arsenal. Because believe you me, he is adding to his arsenal. He is getting better. He's still got the ability to be slick. He has that instinct to win a dogfight and be in a dogfight. And he's learning the Kronk style, the art of punching power, and the art of your punching power distance that Sugar Hill Stewart often preaches about in the gym. So, yeah, man. Kubrat Pulev, I think it's a fight for Anthony Joshua that, number one, he should win, but number two, not only does he got to win and do it impressively, but I think he's got to do it and show just a bit more evolution to his game. So that's what I'm looking forward to in this fight. If there was one thing I'm looking forward to, it's hopefully Anthony Joshua showing a different side to himself. And look, from the Pulev side of things, Pulev's going to have a chance to fuck up one of the biggest fights in heavyweight history. So what a pleasure it must be on his end to have the chance to do that. So I'm going to leave it at that. You guys leave your comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe, like I say in every single one of these videos. You can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just kidding, Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys.
Hey guys, Christina Poncher here, and you're watching True School Sports.